More than 100 pages of different magazines on carpet were allocated to Persian carpets and our exhibition. These articles were in different languages, and Persian carpet was their main theme. In addition, carpet producers and businessmen have been making great attempts for organization of the second exhibition so they could display better carpets with new and diversified colors and patterns. A fact to be realized by everyone this year.
با طرح‌ها و با رنگ‌های مختلف دیگری و با ابداعات و ابتکارات دیگری از خود به نمایش بگذارند که در نمایشگاه سال 72 این امر به خوبی مشهود خواهد بود.
It is hoped that organization of such exhibitions be a stride towards elevation of the art of carpet weaving and promotion of trade at the international level. The Everlasting Garden documentary will try to give a clear picture of this lofty art's upheavals in the course of our long history and introduce a flower bed satiated with color, fineness, and authenticity of the Persian carpets. Where and when did the art of carpet weaving start? In our next program, we will familiarize you with the long history of carpet weaving in Iran. Part 2. The very first Iranians came to live at the foot of Zagros mountain range thousands of years ago. The simple people who throughout history have been self-sufficient in all aspects of their lives. Based on historical documents, Persian carpet, this product of a delicate art and industry, was created the first time among this people. A superior art, which after many ups and downs, stage, still luminous and unique. A while ago, a group of international carpet visit to Bakhtiari nomad inhabited areas, accompanied by Dr. Mori Island, an elite carpet expert.
It's really inspiring to be here because this is like the beginning. It's just the kind of scene in which the whole business of weaving rugs for use must have begun. People like this must have been the kind of people that started doing it. I think it's a real contribution that these nomadic people have made to the lives of all of us. The whole scenery, everything that's spread out in front of us gives us some idea as to what it all means, what the carpet means, what this way of life means. And it's really very moving for me, having studied carpets for 30 years, to be so close to the beginning.
Nomads are considered the oldest carpet weavers. It was under these very nomadic tents that man managed to form the basis of his civilization. These people have been weaving things with which they deal every day, reflecting the surroundings in the patterns of their carpets, like a mirror.
Dies wissen wir. Wir wissen aber auch eine andere Sache, und das ist...
The Iranian tradition of carpet weaving, according to my personal experience, is so deep-rooted and varied that surpasses all other countries. I think it's necessary to elaborate on the point a bit more. You know that in 1948, a Russian archaeologist by the name of Professor Rudenko made an important discovery. Professor Rudenko was engaged in digging in a graveyard on top of a frozen hill in southern Siberia when he suddenly came across various kinds of woven material, which among them was a carpet.
The Hermitage Museum in St. Petersburg. This museum is one of the world's most famous museums that has accommodated hundreds of uncovered secrets. With the discovery of this wooden tomb, which was rather large, a several thousand-year-old mystery of Iranian art was revealed. The wooden tomb remained under thousands of tons of ice and snow for more than 24 centuries. The objects and jewelry reclaimed from the tomb belonged to one of the Iranian Saka tribe commanders. The Pazyryk carpet, which was also found in this tomb, is believed to have Iranian motif and pattern. Radiocarbon tests indicated that Pazyryk carpet was woven in the 5th century BC, namely at the time of the Achaemenians.
Sie haben nach der Bedeutung des persischen Teppichs gefragt, nach der Bedeutung für die orientalische
One should say that the Iranian carpet is assuredly the origin of Oriental carpets. The oldest carpet recognized so far was discovered in Altai, in a grave on top of a frozen hill. The carpet, in view of the patterns, style, and artistic combination, belongs to the Iranian artistic works of the Achaemenians. You are certainly acquainted with the pattern carved on stones during this era. The carvings illustrate the execution of tributes and offering of presents.
Sie kennen ja die Tributträger von den Felsreliefs der Achämenidenzeit, also diese Tributbringer.
It is exactly these very acts of tribute that have been illustrated on the Pazyryk carpet, which is nowadays on display at the Hermitage Museum in St. Petersburg.
We can suppose that this was a tomb of Iranian chief. It was a chief of the Saka or Scythian tribe, and they were Iranian speaking. And as you have seen, the oldest carpet in the world was in Pazyryk tomb, and it is the carpet and these pieces of felt also from Pazyryk tombs, they are Iranian, of Iranian origin, and maybe that this man was speaking Old Iranian dialect, Old Iranian language. The chariot that is preserved in this tomb is also very characteristic for Old Iranian peoples, because first Iranians made the chariots, and only later they were riding the horses on their backs.
The largest collections we have in our country concerning Iranian culture are in the Hermitage, including bronzes, silver, jewelry, costumes, and of course carpets. Especially the great Pazovic carpet has to be mentioned. Pazovic is something very individual. We don't have material for comparison, but comparing still the modern carpet weaving of Iran and Pazovic, we see, of course, that the level of masterpiece of the weavers is very similar. Pazovic itself is woven in a most precise technique. It is very high. It is already very high level of carpet weaving. But as to modern carpet weaving in Iran, of course, it is not lower, but in some respects even higher than Pazovic.
The art of carpet weaving is so common in the rural and urban communities that these days it is the inseparable part of our life. Carpet is a dear one, which is caressed by the artist's fingers.
Also der Anfangspunkt, der Ausgang.
Therefore, Persia, presently called Iran, is the origin and birthplace of the art carpet weaving, and has been the center of this art in the later centuries. It should also be noted that there's been a time when the art of carpet weaving flourished, of which remains a few samples. At the time of Timurids too, carpet weaving was prevalent. However, one should notice that it was with the coming to power of the Safavid dynasty in the early 16th century that production of carpets grew on a larger scale.
The Ardabil carpet. This carpet is called Ardebili. On the edge of the carpet is the name of the weaver. The carpet measures 55 square meters and was woven in 1540. There is a woolen pile and silk warp and weft. The Ardabil carpet is now being preserved at the Victoria and Albert Museum in London. Safavid carpets are recognized as the masterpieces of the art of carpet weaving, which today enrich museums all across the world. The Pergamon Museum in Berlin is one of the most famous museums, which has a large collection of Safavid carpets. These carpets, which now adorn the walls of this museum, are each considered the most genuine and precious carpets of the world.
We are standing before a vast patterned carpet which dates back to the 16th century. It's not known where it was woven though. It's a very good sample of Iranian art and represents a magnificent painting. That is, the plants and buds on the carpet have been woven in a very careful and coordinated manner with various natural colors which enjoy eye-catching luminosity. The colors have been well preserved over the centuries, which are indicative of the high-quality carpet weaving at that time.
Zeugnis für die hohe Qualität der damaligen Teppichindustrie ablegt.
The climax of carpet weaving period in Iran was during Shah Tahmas's reign. It also influenced carpet weaving in the neighboring countries of Iran. For instance, the Indian Emperor Humayun escapes from India to Iran and lives in Iran for many years. Then, backed by Iranians, he captures his throne. During his stay in Iran, he was highly impressed by the Iranian art at the time of the Safavids. Therefore, it is not surprising why carpets in India adopt Iranian designs. The likes can be found in the Ottoman Turkey. In the early 16th century, the then capital of Iran, Tabriz, was several times captured by the Turks, and Turkish rulers are said to have taken Iranian artists hostage and taken them to their country. That is why it is not amazing either why Turkish carpet at the Turkish courts are imitations of Iranian carpets.
But where exactly did the art of carpet weaving begin? Among the nomads, villagers, or urban weavers?
habe ich einen Vortrag auf der ersten internationalen Konferenz gemacht über Methodologie der Teppichforschung.
In the first international conference on methodology of research on carpets in 1976, I delivered a speech in which I proved then that Oriental carpets are innovated by the nomads. From nomadic tribes to villages, from villages to the cities, and from cities, carpets found their way to kings' courts, where miniature painters, bookbinders, and other artists have been working on areas related to carpet weaving and innovated new ways and designs. But in view of all these, it was the nomads who initiated the task of carpet weaving in the world.
Beste Materialien verwendet haben, hohe Technik angewandt haben. Alles Dinge, die den normalen Teppichtradition nicht bekannt waren.
The nomadic environment and the evergreen land of the emigres has always been a place for the carpet weavers to make use of the best quality wool to weave the carpets and create